Hi, I'm Chef Bruce Brown, and I'm excited to share some great recipes with you today. Here at Bruce's Fabulous Foods in Marion, North Carolina, we prepare some of the most exciting dishes in the Southeast. My passion is wholesome, tasty, fresh-cooked foods using only the finest local ingredients. Today, thanks to Ingles, I'm going to cook with you. I'm going to show you how to bring some fabulous and delicious meals to your kitchen table. For a full list of all the ingredients, check out the shopping list underneath the video player. You can print a list and take it with you to the store, or you can pull it up on your smartphone while you're coming into the store. Now come on, let's get out of here, let's get cooking. Hey, the restaurant is going full blazes, but you know what? I'm here to cook for you today because I want you to be able to make my pecan pralines. Here's a little tip to making this recipe. Have everything measured out and ready to go from the start, because once we get this recipe going in the pot over high heat, you don't want to stop. They have to measure something. So let's start off. I've got 3/4 of a cup of butter melted in my stock pot, and over medium-high heat, we're going to add in 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of white sugar, and get those ingredients mashed together with the butter and get them started. You don't want to leave them to cook all by themselves, though, because you don't want to start making caramel just yet. To this, we're going to add in 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1/2 cup of whole milk. Now, the key to a good praline is to get the ingredients, the batter. It's more of a batter than a cookie dough. But once you get the batter up to a certain temperature, it's a 240 to 245 degrees, which is commonly known in candy making as the soft ball stage. It's a way of making kind of like a homemade caramel that will stick together and be solid, but still be a little bit chewy. Get all these ingredients mixed in together, and then once it gets up to where it starts to simmer and boil, you'll need to turn the heat down just a little because you don't want to scorch this. Once it scorches, you got to start all over again. Also, you don't need to constantly stir. You can take a break every once in a while, but keep a close eye on it. You don't want to let it sit too long. Okay, we've got the batter up to a low boil and it's simmering. Next, we have 3 cups of pecan pieces. Now, we're going to be adding in some pecan halves later, but I've got 3 cups of pecan pieces here. Finely chopped up. If you can find pecans somewhere that are cheaper because they're more chopped up and not whole, go on ahead and buy them, put them in the freezer in a Ziploc bag, vacuum sealed if you can. And I like doing a combination of pecan pieces and halved pecans in my pralines so that they will have pecans everywhere in the praline. Okay, we've got it back up to a boil again. So now, 2 cups, and I love pecans. I think they're great stuff. 2 cups of pecan halves, less 1. Get them stirred through so that they're kind of coated. And now we've got it really coming to a good hard simmer. All the nuts are being coated and incorporated in. So now it's basically a time to lower the heat to medium, but to keep an eye on the temperature. I use my thermometer to slowly but surely stir around the ingredients a little, and this is a digital thermometer. You can use a candy thermometer also and put it right on the side of your pot and to keep a constant eye on it. But I've noticed that I have a little better end result by using the digital thermometer. I get more exact temperature readings. We're going to get this up to in between 240 and 245 degrees, like I said before, the softball stage. If you don't have a candy thermometer or a digital thermometer, one other way that you can tell how to do this, have a glass of cold water sitting beside. And when you think it gets to the point that it's ready to be dished up, you can take a teaspoon and drop a little bit of the praline into the cold water. If it balls up and stays solid, then it's ready to be put on the parchment paper. If it dissolves, you still have to cook it some more. Okay, the batter's getting pretty thick. The temperature's getting up there. Like I said, you want between 240 and 245 degrees, the softball stage. More than that, and you'll end up with a crispier cookie, a crispier batter. You don't want that. You want a chewy praline. All right, now just to double check it, let's try our little experiment, see if it works. We'll know it's done if it balls up and doesn't dissolve. Guess what? It stayed as a ball. We're ready to dish up. Now the bottom of the pot is always, always warm. So I always put it on a pot holder or a trivet before I start dishing up. Now this is the part that you got to do quickly because you don't want the pralines setting up inside of the pot. Take about a 2-ounce scoop and just carefully lay it down and press down a little bit on the very middle of the praline to flatten it out and make kind of like a disc. Let them cool till you can take them off the paper with your fingers. They have to totally cool to set up so that you can eat them. But once they cool, believe me, you've got a treat that is not going to be believed. If you go to ingles-markets.com, you can get the full list of ingredients and my recipe for pecan pralines. I really hope you're going to try these. You won't be sorry.